Okay, so today we are reviewing the Chigee AIO-6 Max. And I'm sorry, Chigee, if that's not how I pronounce your guy's name. I'm just taking kind of my best guess at it. So one thing I'd like to get out of the way is that this is not a sponsored review at all. I bought this thing out of my own money. I actually bought it when it was a Kickstarter project. I was a very early backer. I was actually following their product they had before this, the AIO-5, which was a smaller unit, had a few less features than this one has that I'm going to get into in a bit. But when I saw that this was coming out, I really wanted to wait and pick this one up because it's quite a step above the AIO-5. With the Chigee products, these are a smart riding system. So essentially it's a screen for your bike. It gives you all kinds of information. Basically it's like the same thing you're going to see on the screen in a newer car. So right off the bat, it turns on. It's going to tell you how fast you're going, lean angles, different things. There are some optional accessories that you can pick up for it. So there's a tire pressure monitoring system. You screw some little things onto your tire pressure valves, and it monitors the pressure for you, lets you know if you're too low or not. I didn't get any of those, as well as they have a thing that plugs into your OBD port and reads like engine diagnostics and revs and that kind of stuff. I didn't get that one either. I ride a 2009 Harley-Davidson and it's a different system, so that actually does not work on my bike. I did look into it and I probably would get it if it worked for my bike, but it just wasn't an option for me. What these things also have is both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility. So they'll link right up with your phone, and then you'll be able to see exactly the same screen that you see when you're in your car when you're using Android Auto or CarPlay. But yeah, let's just go through this thing here. I'm going to show you how it looks. I have a battery here. I can plug it in on the bench, just show you a couple things. Then we will throw it on the bike and I will show you what it looks like. And for those of you that like unboxing videos, I'm sorry this isn't much of one. I have already unboxed this thing and ridden with it for quite a while. And so as you can see, everything that comes in there I've already opened and played with, but what you end up getting is a unit that looks like this, and then I've also got the quick release attachment. Just lets it go on and off my bike super easily. You do get all the hardware that you would need to attach it to your bike, as well as all the screws have a little bit of thread locker on them. I don't know if you can see it there, which I thought was a nice little touch. And then of course you get a bunch of Chigee swag, couple stickers. I think there was a keychain that I lost, some like cable management things. But all in all, you get a lot of good stuff with it. The unit itself is pretty hefty actually. I'm pretty impressed with the build quality of this. It's super solid right away. When you pull it out of the box, you can feel it. It's hard to describe here. But it doesn't feel cheap like some of the other options like this that are out there. And it is a full touch screen, but one thing that I like is that there are actually 4 hard buttons on the top, just let you filter through several of the options that are on here without having to fiddle with a touch screen at all. All right, so I will power it up here. Like I said, you can actually plug it in using a battery with this port here, and it just lets you kind of run updates and stuff like that when you're not on your bike. So quickly plug it in, and there we go. I don't know how well the screen's going to show up on camera here. There's no way to like cast the screen at all. All right, so this is the main screen. You can see I've gone about 400 kilometers using this thing. It keeps track of that and you can reset it. Here it's going to show you your speed, obviously. On the left side is where it's going to show you your tire pressure. Again, I don't have the tire pressure monitoring. I do wish there was an option to remove the things that you're not using off the main page, but I have not found that yet. And just along the bottom here, it's going to show you your trip distance, your average speed, max speed, and riding time for that particular ride. It's also going to give you the time and the weather, as well as which way you're headed, and a couple other things that you probably don't need. Pressing this button here, we come into this screen. This is going to show you your Speed, if you have the OBD connection, it'll actually show you your RPMs. Again, shows you your tire pressure, and it even has lean angle here, you can see. Looks like it needs a little bit of calibration, but you can see the lean angle changes as I move it. And right here, it'll give you your battery voltage, which is handy, I guess. Right now it's showing 0 because it's just connected to my little battery though. Another cool option that this thing has is it actually has video. So if you click on that, it would bring up the cameras. Again, I don't have that attachment, so it's not available to me. But you can get cameras so you can actually run dash cam on your motorcycle. And then finally, clicking this button brings up your Android Auto or your CarPlay settings. So see, it's gonna log in automatically, play some music, and show me where I am. And then just your usual Android Auto apps. Yeah, so far I really love this thing. It's super cool to have on the bike. Again, I have a 2009 Harley-Davidson Street Bob, which is a pretty stripped down bike. And having it that stripped down is one of the reasons why I love it. But if I want to go on a longer ride or a ride somewhere where I don't know where I am, then it's really nice to have the ability to throw this thing on and have some kind of navigation. Now, admittedly, I've had this for quite a while and I've only gone 400 kilometers with it, which is not a ton. And I do find that I don't use it as much as I thought I would, but I'm someone who's only getting around maybe an hour in the evening to go for a ride. So I'm going on shorter rides and I just really haven't needed it as much. With that said, when I do go on a longer ride, I'm pretty happy that I have it. There are a couple things I don't like about it. One of them is that the touch screen just really, it's good when you're using your finger, but it is not good when you're wearing gloves. Basically, if you're wearing gloves at all, you are not going to be able to press the buttons, which kind of sucks. One way around this that I have found, but I haven't actually tried it because I don't own them, but there's a company called Odin Manufacturing, and they make some really nice motorcycle gloves, and they actually have like a finger hole where you can sneak your finger out, and then you would be able to operate this thing using that, still wearing gloves. One other thing that I don't love about it, and this is not a fault of Chigee at all, any of the motorcycle app companies out there, most of them don't support Android Auto at all. So for you people that use CarPlay, which is, I would imagine, most of you, not an issue. But for those of us that use Android, yeah, it becomes an issue. Those apps just don't support Android Auto at all. The only one that I found that does is one called Stagra.io. And it's a pretty nice app, pretty small company, I think, that's putting it out. It works good, but I was really hoping to use something like Kalimoto. Kalimoto is a bigger company, built for riders. From what I understand, it's an amazing app, works great with CarPlay, but they have no Android Auto support. Apparently they're working on it, but they've also said they've been working on it for years, so I'm not exactly holding my breath. With that said though, when Kalimoto does finally release it, I'll probably get a Kalimoto subscription and give it a shot on this thing. But right now I'm pretty much just running that Stagra.io app or Google Maps. All right, let's talk about installing this thing. So like I said, I did get the quick attachment thing, which is an option. It does not come with that. But it makes it so that you can just easily snap this on your bike and take it off, and it works great. I have no issues with it coming off ever. Nothing like that. It mounts and it's super solid. If you don't get that attachment, then it's just going to be hard mounted to the bike and it's kind of a pain to take it off. So in my mind, that's kind of a necessary feature. I don't want to leave this sitting on my bike. It is fairly expensive. When you wire this in, it gets hardwired in. It has, I believe, 3 leads. I can't remember, I've already installed it, but it has 3 leads to it, 1 positive, 1 negative, and then it'll have 1 switching wire. So what I've done with mine is I wired it directly to the fuse box, and then I spliced it in with my accessory fuse. So when you turn the key on, that'll send a current to this thing telling the unit to turn on. So it just turns on with your bike, just normal once you have it wired in. And I'm by no means any kind of an electrician, and I was able to get it set up, routed, and all wired in the matter of like 20 minutes or something. It was super easy. And I'll just show you how I have it wired. If you look here, it's just sitting right on my handlebars. The wires go along the handlebars. I have them zip tied to some of the other wires here. And then I just fed them right into my console that runs just above my gas tank and goes under my seat. And then that's where the wires get fed into where the battery is and into the fuse. And I've just wrapped it around a fuse leg and plugged it in and just spliced it right in there. When you are out on the bike, I ride a Dyna, so it's naturally kind of a vibration machine. It does shake the unit a little bit. I haven't found it hard to see the screen at all from vibration, and once I get up to speed, it's not an issue at all. It kind of mellows out, but at slow speeds, yeah, it gives it a little bit of a shake. This is the whole reason I went with this versus mounting my phone on my handlebars. For those of you that don't know, you don't want to mount your phone on a motorcycle that vibrates a whole ton, because it can actually ruin the auto stabilization in your phone. So your camera is gonna basically be useless after. It won't be able to focus. And when you are out there with this thing, it's generally pretty easy to see on the bike. There are some times where if it's really sunny, it will be difficult to see just because there's a little bit of a glare. I do know some of the other companies have a little shield, like a thing that gives you a little bit of shade on the screen that you can put on. I haven't felt the need to get one of those. I don't even know if Chigee makes them, but yeah, sometimes if it's a little bit sunny, it is a little bit hard to see the screen. Yeah, overall, I really, really like this thing. Again, I don't use it as much as I thought I would, but if you are out doing longer rides, which I know a lot of you are, definitely would be worth your time and money to pick one of these up if you don't have a display on your bike. I love the Android Auto. Even just using Google Maps is amazing. Just if I don't know where I am, I can just, you know, hit home and head home. It also syncs up with my Cardo in my helmet, so that any of my audio can be controlled from the Spotify app in Android Auto. It's going to feed right into my helmet. I'm going to be able to hear it. If a phone call or something comes in, or a text that I want it to read, I can click on it on the screen. It's going to read it over my headset, or I'll be able to answer the phone call and see who's actually phoning using this. Just, yeah, a bunch of amazing features in this relatively small unit. I love it. If you do want to go pick it up, again, this is not a sponsored video. I don't make any money off you picking it up or not. But if you did want to buy one, I think it retails for $450 US, I believe. And then obviously I would highly recommend getting the optional quick attachment thing, just so you can pull it off the bike whenever you want. But yeah, it's about $450 in my opinion. Yeah, worth it. It's a really good unit. I like mine a lot. I think I'm gonna start riding with it a little more and just kind of testing it, but I've had zero issues. I've heard a few people having some minor issues like you would with any piece of technology, but overall this has been solid. I haven't had a single problem with it, other than, like I said, the Kalimoto issue and the touch screen issue. If you guys are into this type of content, doing gear reviews for motorcycle stuff, please follow the channel and like the video. It helps me out a lot. I'm trying to grow this channel. Right now it's pretty small, but motorcycling is something that I love. So I would love to be able to put out content based on something that I love doing anyway. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, it would help me out huge, and it's a free way to support my fairly small channel. But that's it for me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.